Welcome back to Tucson RV Solar. We are on site at the customer's location working on an Entegra Accolade XL. These things are awesome and a beast. They put them together well. We've already put 800 watts up on the roof. Well, we put 600, integrated the other 200 that he had. And then over here we got Garrick working on one more panel where it will squeeze the fifth, so at least get 1,000 watts up on the roof. And you'll see later why. It's pretty tight. And then we ran through a couple of our other normal problems. So looking for how we're going to integrate the full Victron system. Plenty of space to not only delete his lithium or his lead acid batteries, make those go away, but we can't fit his new lithiums in there. So everything is going to be installed up in here. So plenty of room to put 4 12-volt batteries, the 300 amp hour Epoch Essentials, and then we're going to put those in series. So you have 600 amp hours at 24 volts. This inverter is going to go away. That solar controller is going to go away. We use those wires that are coming down from the roof already to go into MPPT 150/70. So easily handle the 1,000 watts. You could actually parallel those with another 1,000 watts of portables if you decided to, and have 2 inverters to be able to run all of his system. We already did soft starts on the air conditioners up top, and then down in here we're actually going to pull out the BIM 225 and we're going to replace that with the new Orion 1400 that just came out, the DC to DC charger, so we can put at least 50 amps from 12 to 24 volts to charge him while he's driving down the road. Don't have that yet, not probably going to get that until July. Obviously waiting on that like everybody else, but that's where it's all going to go. Now we got to get the cabling to this. That is the problem. So we found where the shore power cord disappears underneath, ran it into his wet bay, and you can see shore power cord coming down, tracking up, and disappears up into that mess up there, as well as the generator cabling. Here we are inside the rig. You can see you pulled the bed off so that you get access underneath. That's his breaker box. And lo and behold, the transfer switch under his bed. And that's right there is that mess of where the wires came up. Now, why do we care so much about this transfer switch? Well, it's because he has a Firefly system. Now on his Firefly system, once we do the full Victron treatment to it, if we don't do things appropriately, then we're not going to be able to run the air conditioners. So checking out all the options, it doesn't give us an option to bypass. And since we don't have that option, we're going to have to actually add another transfer switch. And that's why we needed access under there. So more to follow. You're going to see lots of intricate wiring that's going to happen. Okay, we're at the end of day 2. We've got a total of 1,000 watts up top. That's going to go to our solar controller. A new one, single controller now, so 150/70. 24 volt system, it can handle 2,000 watts, so we know that it's going to be fine. We have ran our cables. That was the big success for today. So earlier we talked about the problems that we're having. So we actually were able to run 2 new cables, 6.3 NMB that went up there. Those tracked behind on the other side of the axle and around, back up into this compartment. You can see them both coming out. Kept them away from the reel, up and over, away from the slide rails. And then currently coiled up, awaiting all the fun for tomorrow. I'm going to put them into their breaker boxes and split them out. And then we built in a new wall. Got our 2 inverters hung, at least for dry fitting right now, to make sure they're good to go. The batteries, right now they're just stuck up in there, but they're all going to align on the right hand side. And we're going to have our board over here on the right hand side. Still be able to turn off, disconnect right there next to that pipe. But the awesome thing about this layout is that it's going to keep access on the left hand side so they can get to that gray tank that's on the other side. We're going to move over here, will be our solar disconnect, and then maintain access to all this. And this will go away tomorrow. So a lot of progress today. Tomorrow even more. Should be nearing the end tomorrow afternoon once we get in there and start messing around with the multiple transfer switches. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. And here is the completed product. So the little red tape is how I know what power into the inverter is. So now we have new transfer switch, generator coming in, shore power coming in. They'll pass through. We'll go into the power in of our inverters, which you'll see later on. It'll split, go to inverter 1, inverter 2, come back together, and then come back into here for the input of the second one. And this is so the Firefly can read the current that's going across, and then output from there is shore power to shore power. It looks like it's on the left side, but that's actually wires coming across and then going shore power in, shore power out, going into the breaker box. Now to read the current, trick the Firefly system, so he'll be able to run both of his air conditioners off grid. Here we are up on the top of the roof. These are the front 2 panels, front of the Super C going down, and then we got our back 3 panels. So you can see how busy the roof is with the satellite receiver, over the air wind guard, multiple vent protrusions. So had to do slight different, so reorienting the mounts made us able to fit another panel up here. We did that by this air conditioner, flipped this one the other way, and then reoriented these mounts where we would get another one. So we've got 1,000 watts up here. It's the best that we can do with the way the Girard awnings are attached and with all the other intrusions going into the roof. But 1,000 watts, 2 soft starts, so you can run both of his air conditioners off this system that you're getting ready to see coming into its completed state. So here we are at the end of the install, and you can see all tucked away. It's got 600 amp hours at 24 volts. That's 4 300 amp hour batteries. So 600 at 24. Battery cutoff switch. Got our servo and the links. 24 to 12 converter, the Orion. Got our 2 inverters. They are set up into split phase, powering leg 1 and leg 2. And then we got our DC breaker over there for the solar side of the house. And the shore power side, nice and clean, going through our inbound, going through breaker, splits it out into leg 1 and leg 2 to both inverters, and then out of both inverters, bringing back leg 1 and leg 2 to go up to the distribution box. So super clean, lots of nice ventilation, nice and open in here, so shouldn't be any issue there. Can't wait to see what he does when he gets on the road.